Da 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 da! Welcome to my Best of Skincare 2021. Hi guys, welcome back to Sheri. Thank you so much for joining me today. I so look forward to doing this series every year now. You'll have no idea, but my goodness, it is a lot. So prepare yourself for the next couple of weeks because I have no idea how many parts this series is going to be. But I am about to share with you my best of the best in terms of the skincare I have used during 2021. I will focus, however, on things that were brought into my routine during this year. I have continued loving some of my favorites from previous years, but I don't want to rehash those. I really just want to go into what's new, what I've been loving during the entire year. And let me also preface this by saying that I'm oily, acne prone. Some of these products will be specific to that skin type, but there are many of these products that work for multiple skin types. So even though you may not be my skin type, you will definitely be able to get some information, find out how you can use certain things, find out what might be interesting to you, and you're going to be hearing all about my skincare journey during 2021. Let me also say that there are other fantastic products that I may have tried during the year. They may not have been the best of my skin type, but I will usually test and review products because I get messages from people with all different types of skin, and testing products really help me to be able to make the best recommendations for them, understanding how it works on the skin, how it works with other products, how it layers and all of that. So just because you don't see me mention something doesn't mean that it wasn't good. It probably just was not used as often in my skincare routine. So I'm going to be very ambitious with what I'm going to try to cover in this first video. Let's see how far I get. So the first category is cleansing balms or cleansing oils, which is the first step of the double cleanse. Truth be told, I have not found a new favorite. Yep, guys, I am still using the old things. I have tried quite a few new things this year. However, nothing impressed me. Nothing blew me out of the water. Most of them were just meh, they did the job or probably didn't do it as good as the things that I already love. And then a lot of them were irritating. The Hamish Oil Clean Cleansing Balm remains my ride or die. What can I say? But I saw that there are actually a couple new cleansing balms that recently launched, and I will be trying them in 2022, so you could look out for that. So as we continue, these are kind of what I want to talk to you about today. Next category are cleansers. So these will be my water-based cleanser, or the second step of a double cleansing routine. And there have been quite a lot of cleansers that I tried this year and quite a lot of new loves. Oh my goodness. This is what my stash looks like. I love all of these. Let me just preface by saying this, that if you have my skin type, any one of these that you pick up, B. There is one that I actually don't have here. I'll tell you guys which one because I finished it and I actually threw out the tube in error. But let's talk about my favorite cleansers. You all know that Skin 1004 has been a brand that I have loved for years, particularly because the Madagascar Centella Ampoule was their flagship, probably still is their flagship and main and most popular product. But they have released a couple new lines that I have been experimenting with, and I will do some in-depth reviews coming up. But I just wanted to tell you guys this because this cleanser has become an absolute love. This is what it looks like, and this is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella, their Tone Brightening Cleansing Gel Foam. Oh my goodness. Now, something that you're going to notice is a theme throughout all these cleansers that I'm going to talk about is Centella. And yes, Centella is the main focus of this particular cleanser, but there's also a brightening ingredient in there called Made White, which is the focus of this entire brightening line from Skin 1004. But it also contains something called Sin Green, which is a complex of gentle fruit-based exfoliants. This is not harsh in any way. The exfoliation in it is absolutely gentle. In fact, if I didn't mention that to you, probably didn't read it in the ingredients, you may not have known that this cleanser also gives you a little bit of gentle exfoliation. It is actually quite soothing. It is effective. It feels amazing. This one is a gel cleanser. A little bit goes a long way. I use about a pea-size amount. I will put it on wet hands, foam it up first, and then apply to my skin. That's one of the tips I actually give a lot of people to make best use of your water-based cleansers. Your cleanser will last you longer and it will go much further in terms of doing what it has to do. It is an absolutely beautiful cleanser. The next two are from the same brand called B-Lab. And B-Lab, I think I discovered last year. I think I would have mentioned probably the cleansing oil from that brand and probably something else I tried from them. But I decided to go into their water-based cleansers because I really enjoyed their cleansing oil last year. And I have two. Both of them, again, have Centella Asiatica. But the first one is their Cica Barrier 5.5. This is a gel cleanser as well. By the way, all of these cleansers are also low pH and great for your skin. It's not going to mess up your skin barrier or anything like that. This one is also, like I mentioned, a gel cleanser. A little bit goes a long way. It foams up lovely. It is calming. It is soothing because it has that Centella Asiatica extract in there. Again, these cleansers, most of them I will use morning and evening. This particular one focuses on some specific components of Centella Asiatica that have real effect, like madecassoside, asiaticoside. It also has panthenol inside here. So while it is cleansing your skin, calming your skin from irritation, it is also going to be hydrating on the skin, yet it is amazing for people with oily skin types. These are also free of artificial fragrance, both the previous one and this cleanser. The next one from B-Lab is the Matcha Hydrating Cleanser. And this actually caught my attention because there was an obvious similarity in terms of the name, the presentation, and so on to the Crave Matcha Cleanser, but they are completely different. This is one of those types of cleansers that is very popular in Korea in terms of the texture. So it comes out kind of creamy, like a light cream, and then once you put it under water, it really forms a lot of foam. And those are the types of Korean cleansers that I actually like least. I prefer their gel cleansers because in general, this type of cleanser is not my favorite in terms of how it feels on my skin, although a lot of people love them. But I found one last year from Second Design that I absolutely loved, and because of that I decided to try this one because there are so many that I've tried that I did not like, and this is one that meets the mark and passes the bar. I love this one much more than the Second Design one. It has not only Centella Asiatica, but this one also has green tea extracts. So if you're also interested in getting that particular ingredient, this is a lovely one to look at. In fact, I will say that I much prefer this one as a green tea and Centella cleanser versus the Skincare by Hiram one. I prefer how this works on my skin. It cleanses well, but it is not going to be stripping at all. And again, these cleansers that I'm mentioning works really great on my oily acne prone skin, but they will mostly be great, I think, for normal up to oily skin. A lot of these actually say it could also be used on dry skin. I am not so sure depending on how dry your skin is and what you're actually doing, but they are fantastic for sensitive skin. That I can definitely tell you. This one contains hyaluronic acid, has ceramides, and it also has glycerin. So you can see where the hydrating component comes in, but it's not going to leave any type of weird residue on your skin at all. It will cleanse your skin, but your skin is going to feel so good. So good. What I love about those two B-Lab cleansers as well is that they are very affordable, but they perform like high-end, expensive, very high-quality products. The one that I also finished that I no longer have the tube for is the Hamish Oil Clean Green Foam Cleanser. And that is not a new cleanser in any way. That has been on the market for several years. I just never tried it because of the same issue. I thought that because of the texture and in general, not liking those types of cleansers, that I would not like it. But that was another one that completely blew my mind. Hamish has another cleanser, another foam cleanser. I will include a picture of it. I actually don't like that one, but the All Clean Green Foam, beautiful cleanser, again based on Centella. It is very effective at cleansing the skin. You can use it morning or night, but I love using that one in my nighttime routine. It is really good at removing impurities, excess makeup, that kind of thing. Excellent cleanser if you're looking for one for your nighttime routine. And finally, the last one that I would mention is not new because this made it to my 2020 skincare favorites. The reason why I am including it is because the TM Snail and Azaleen Low pH Cleanser was actually repackaged and actually reformulated for this year. So this is the new packaging. They actually moved over from the bottle that they used to have to this post-consumer recyclable packaging. The ingredients list was also actually reduced and some ingredients were taken out and better ones put in. It is still essential oil free, still artificial fragrance free, and has all the wonderful soothing benefits of the snail mucin, the Azaleen to calm your skin. This one does not have Centella, believe it or not, given that clearly I have been on a Centella kick when it comes to my cleansers, but this has continued to be a love. But I just wanted to show you it, especially because there have been some changes in this cleanser during 2021. Moving right along, let's go to the essences category, a category that I thoroughly enjoy. And I have a couple here that just have really been my ride or die essences during 2021. And I'm going to start with the most expensive product. I sneak peeked this probably in a couple Instagram posts or stories, but I have not posted a review on it, and I can do a detailed review if you guys want it. But my lord, this will definitely be in my top 5 essences of all time if I had to choose that. And that's really difficult for me because you all know I love essences and I have experience with a lot of them over the years. This is the Dung In Bee 1899 single essence. How did that sound? So this beautiful bottle is a Korean essence that is full of only red ginseng extract. Korean red ginseng is the best quality in the world. A lot of people have tried to mimic or create or grow or cultivate their ginseng, but they have a myriad of years and years and years of experience when it comes to Korean red ginseng until the government actually has particular regulations under which it's produced and manufactured. This particular brand, Dung In Bee, is not a cheap brand at all, but it is a brand that is sought after and is used by a lot of Koreans, especially celebrities, people who are really into traditional Korean skincare. They use this brand and this product. Dung In Bee actually has 122 years of experience in red ginseng technology. I think they know what they're doing. Since I started using this essence, I cannot put it down. I will sometimes use this both in my morning and evening routine, so my bottles finish really quickly. Sometimes I stick to just the evening routine and try to use something else in the morning just to kind of conserve product. But if I skip this for a few days, I will absolutely know. This is one of those products that when you don't use it, your skin misses it and you can tell a difference. So to get the best benefit of this, I go in with this directly after cleansing. On damp skin, I will pour some into my hand, press it into my skin. It just makes everything work better, everything absorb better. I feel like I've been getting better results from my entire skincare routine just by adding this in. I know it sounds weird, it's probably in my mind, but I absolutely love it. I'm not going to go into all the detailed benefits of red ginseng, but I'm going to tell you that if you are definitely interested in great health, elasticity, looking at well aging in the best way possible, definitely look at red ginseng. I have also tried the Beauty of Joseon ginseng essence water that is very popular. If you all want, I could do a comparison between the both. This one is definitely higher quality, uses a different quality of ginseng. It's definitely up there, but the other one is a good alternative if you're looking for ginseng but you really can't afford to put this one in your budget. But yeah, this guys, the next essence I finished, and I probably should have looked over my favorites from last year to see if I mentioned that. I think I may have mentioned it somewhere, but it is the Jenny House Truffle Water Essence. That one is another, not necessarily budget essence, but it's one that I completely enjoyed. That one has fermented black truffle extract, and you all know it, fermented ingredients that helps the penetration. And black truffle is full of so many antioxidants. It's brightening to the skin. This particular essence, beside black truffle extract being the main ingredient, it also contains a little bit of niacinamide, a little bit of tea tree extract as well. So it was really good on my oily acne prone skin, even though it was a little bit more viscous and not as watery as some other essences. It absorbed really nice into the skin. I loved using it in my morning routine or my nighttime routine. I really felt my skin was nourished, and I loved as well because of those ingredients. I found it actually helped to control my acne a little better. Again, it is one of those essences that when I left it out or I didn't use it for a while, I noticed the difference, and that's why it's definitely one of my favorites of 2021. The next one is the Neogen Real Ferment Micro Essence. Again, this one is another fermented essence. This one has a cult following everywhere, has been around for a very long time. I first tried this a couple years ago, just a small one, and then I brought it back and I really started to see the beauty of this essence in my skincare routine. So I really use this a lot during this year. This one is a more watery one, so this one is excellent if you want to do like the 7 skin method. When I'm going to do like a lot of layers of essences, I will probably do 3 or 4, and this is one that I could easily get away with on my oily skin. Again, it has fermented extracts, particularly galactomyces, which is brightening, which helps with plumping the skin, reducing the effects of aging as well. This one has a lot of amino acids, but the thing that I love about it is that it leaves your skin with such a beautiful glow. If you use this every day for a month, I guarantee you're going to see a difference. And the last essence I will mention that was an absolute holy grail for 2021 is this one. This is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Essence. This one is done. I just kept the packaging for this video. I have reviewed this in my Haru Haru video, which I would link for you guys to go check it out. But this one is a little bit different in terms of the texture. It's more like a gel type essence, but it again works beautifully on my oily skin. This one is brightening. It gives some hydration, and hydration is really important to me, especially because I'm oily, because oily skin can sometimes be dehydrated, and I want to make sure that I have that oil water balance in my skin. So I love to hydrate my skin, but I want to hydrate my skin without feeling greasy, without feeling heavy, and all of these essences do that for me. And all of these essences that I mentioned here today can be used on most skin types, if not all of them. Really and truly, they are amazing. They will give everybody hydration, and you'll definitely see a lot of benefit adding them into your routine. I think we might have time to squeeze in one more category, and that is ampoules. And let me try to talk about ampoules here, because ampoules and essences and serums can be a little bit confusing. Their textures seem to be similar. Sometimes people get confused as to when to use them, but ampoules are kind of like supercharged serums. They tend to focus on a particular ingredient. Where you use it really will depend on the texture or how viscous or how watery it is. So generally, as a rule of thumb, taking into consideration things like pH and all of that, you will want to go from the thinnest, wateriest product up to the thicker products, you know. So just use that as a guide when it comes to, should I apply my essence first, should I apply my ampoule first? You'll get the gist. This gorgeous beauty here is the last ampoule that I added in my routine in 2021, but I could not do this video without mentioning it. Again, I think I really need to do like a separate video or separate post or something like that on one of my social media to talk about these products from the Centella Tone Brightening line from Skin 1004. I have been loving everything, but in this one you could actually see the ingredient that I mentioned, the Made White. It's those white little capsules that when you apply this on your skin, they burst apart and you get the benefits of that ingredient. You all already know that I love their Madagascar Centella 100% ampoule, absolutely gorgeous, but I've spoken about that ad nauseum, so I'm not bringing that into this video. This one is another one, but the consistency of this one is a little bit different. The other one is more watery. This one has a little bit more viscosity than the other one. So this one I actually use less product. The other one I could layer and do several layers. This one I just do one good layer on my skin. Skin is hydrated. But besides that brightening ingredient that they have in here, Made White, this also has niacinamide. It has Centella asiatica, of course, but it also has tranexamic acid, which has been one of the ingredients that played a big role in my skincare routine during 2021. This is non-sticky. It absorbs lovely into the skin. A great ampoule, but we'll talk more about this some other time. This one is a product that I've finished. I've also talked about this before. I talked about this in my Sebderm videos, my Skincare Heroes video. This is the Mugwort ampoule from Mediflower. Oh my goodness, I could not do without this. This was skin saving to me for so many reasons. This has Mugwort, which is soothing, calming to inflammation on the skin and all of that, but this also contains probiotics, which is really important for having a good microbiome on your skin and just maintaining the proper balance of bacteria in your skin, which is very important for people who are dealing with seborrheic dermatitis. It also contains niacinamide, so you get all those benefits as well with regards to your skin barrier, brightening, and all the lovely benefits of niacinamide as well. But why this stood out, not just because of the amazing ingredients and formulation, but because of the texture on my oily skin. This works amazingly. Like it has a gel type formula, but it absorbs so well into the skin. So this was an ampoule that I reach for a lot in the morning time. I use it at night as well, but it layers beautifully in the morning, and that's really important for me to mention because I generally tend to keep my skincare routine always still long, a little bit more scale back in the morning, because of course sometimes I'm going to wear makeup on top of it and all of that, so I may not layer as much, but this one layers beautifully and I loved using it in my morning skin time routine. And finally, the last ampoule that I must point out is the Cosrx Propolis ampoule. Whew, I've loved the light, I've loved the ultralight. This has consistently been in my routine during 2021. Well, at least since I started using it. Was it around mid-year? Yeah, it would have been just after my seborrheic dermatitis flare when I discovered this. Oh my goodness, Propolis is so nourishing to the skin. This adds to the glow. It really preserves your skin barrier. It helps the skin repair. It is just so nourishing, so good on the skin. I love using this sometimes to cap off certain things in my routine, especially using retinol acids and all of that. It really will hydrate lovely, but the skin just looks and feels so much better. And I have been loving that Ampoule. Again, this one was mentioned, I think, my Skincare Heroes video, which I would link for you if you want to get much more information about it. But yes, I think I covered a lot in part 1 of this series. Trust me, we have a lot to go through, a lot of other categories. Stay tuned because I have some really lovely things to share with you. Have you tried any of these? Are you taking some notes? Because if you haven't tried some of these in 2021, definitely add it to your list to try in 2022. I'm looking forward to sharing with you the rest of my favorites of 2021 skincare. Let me know if you all want to see makeup, hair care, body care, whatever else you want to hear, the best of for 2021. Leave it in the comments below. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.